Oh friends, inside this box is something super amazing. I have hunted for many, many years. So we're gonna take a look at that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Here we are in Studio C, which is, we decided was for seller. But anyway, I finally found, after many, many moons, something that I have wanted for many, many years. Let me unpack it here and then I'll show it to you. It's already in pieces because the guy took it apart to ship it, which is excellent because he did a good job of shipping it where it wouldn't get destroyed any further, and where we're gonna have to take it apart to make it more better anyway. So let me get it all spread out here on the table and then I'll show it to you. Take a look at this, my friends. This is an original dealership clock from, it's probably the earlier 60s, because building your farm future, I think, was their slogan. I'm thinking of that video with the 1800A, but that's not what it's called. It's not called Building Your Farm Future, I don't think. But
yes, this 8-plow power giant, most modern of its type, and this row crop model, new champion on the drawbar, are crowning achievements in tractor development, prime movers that begin a new era in farming efficiency. You're looking at tractors destined to establish the standards of farm power in the decade ahead, but priced for ownership today. You'll want one for the growing years ahead. So take an important step into the future and buy Oliver, the power for tomorrow. But if your plans cannot yet include power of this magnitude, remember, Oliver offers a size for every acreage and a type for every cropping practice. For example, you may find this 5-plow 880 fits your needs perfectly, a brilliant performer and husky enough to handle a sizable acreage. Available with gasoline, diesel, or LP gas engine, and in a row crop or wheatland model. Next in the complete Oliver power line is the 4-plow 770, another lively 6-cylinder tractor with a choice of engines and conveniences such as power booster drive, power traction hitch, and power adjuster rear wheels. Also in the row crop lineup is the 3-plow 660. In the utility class is the 3-plow 550, a tractor sized right to pay its way on any farm. It's ideal as full-time power for a moderate acreage, the fill-in leader for big-scale operations. Or you can choose the 2-3-plow 500 diesel, a real hustler in the field, a nimble stepper with a differential lock that eliminates wheel slip on choring jobs around the farmstead. Yes, for productive power and high-quality equipment for every step in farming, your finest source is at the dealer displaying this new symbol of Oliver Corporation.
Something along that line. So I'm saying that's about, you know, would be whenever this logo came about. But yeah, I've wanted one of these for a long time. They actually made a reproduction one, that Yoder clock company, and that is a totally different style clock, but it had this design on it. But this is the real deal. And so many of them that you see were in fact melted, because people would put too hot of a bulb in and it would melt something. This one unfortunately has a bunch of cracks in it, but it's still almost perfect. And somebody's already repaired some of it, and I'm going to follow suit and I'm going to repair the rest of them. Just give it a little bit of glue to make it more solid. Yeah, and then that's what we'll do. Now, I have to decide what I want to do about attaching this back to it, because what has happened here essentially is, to me, it looks like the screws, the plastic is giving away around the screws, and I don't know how much meat that I really have left, but since it's going to stick proud of that anyway, I'm thinking about maybe getting like some threaded rod and screwing it in those holes and then gluing it tight, and then just putting, you know, taps to hold that on so that I don't have to keep screwing stuff in and out of this plastic. Not that you would have to ever really take it loose again, but I want to make sure that this stays up without getting distracted. And then the other thing we need to do to it is, I think I might possibly gently color this face in a little bit. I know people frown on stuff like that, but you know, like what if I just did this right here like now? That is kind of a little too not black, but you know, from a distance it would look a little bit better, I think. That viewer sent that paint pen, and I'm tempted to take it and try to fill in this a little bit more, you know. But I have done this trick on many of those clocks that were painted from the reverse side, and it makes it look convincing. So, you know, I don't know if that's the solution or not. I don't know if I can be as fine with that paint pen as I can with this, you know. You're cringing right now, but guess what? This is mine. So, but anyway, that's my plan here, is we're going to make it more better. I don't know how much more better we can really get, but, and I don't really know where I want to start. One thing I got to do here is, only one light bulb is hooked up, so that ain't going to fly. And we got to figure out why. I guess why they did that thing is because they don't have enough wires left. So can a guy... See, that socket ain't not much good. So what I might have to do is get me a replacement socket. I'm not real sure. I haven't had a deal in that before, but I think you can get these sockets that rivet on or what have you. And I may be doing that thing. So the trick is, as excited as I am about this, I need to patiently, you know, slow down so that I don't do something dumb and end up destroying it. Because this was not a cheap endeavor. Even in the condition it's in, I still gave more than what I wanted to give for it. But like I said, this is the only one I've come across in all the years of looking. So it is what it is. But I think I'm going to start it. It's supposed to light up and it's supposed to run. I guess we can test that first. Somebody's obviously put on a new cord, which is fine. We can make that go, but we're going to have to get both sockets working because I want it to light up. Trick number one with that is, when you buy these clocks, I go on the Jungle store and I get these. They're 3-watt and they're tiny, almost like appliance light bulbs, but they have the same screw style base and they look pretty good in here. They're not overwhelming. If you get some of those other ones, full-size light bulbs, it's so bright you can't even gaze upon it. So, yeah. I was hoping I had everything on hand to do this, but because of those light sockets, I might pump the brakes on this and see if I can get, you know, I might try to take that one out of there and see if I can't. Maybe in town they make such a thing I could make this better, like, or at least the insert piece. Let's quickly try that, and then we'll tackle the matter at hand, which is the very, very delicate thing there. Question is, do I have a screwdriver that will go in here and do this? Maybe. Alright. Come on out of there. Alright. I was assuming, which is never good, because that just makes an ass out of you and me. But I was assuming that the insert of this would come out of the socket just by pushing. And I guess not, because I guess what's happening here is it's actually riveted where these wiring connections were. So I'm gonna look up and see. I'm pretty sure that a guy can get these for these clocks. I even think they come with that 90-degree piece, but I might be wrong on that. So that is probably where this adventure's gonna stop today. We can plug this in and see it go. It does in fact light up. And is it moving? It feels like it's moving. Is it really moving? I don't see no go, but it's humming. We can figure this out real quick, since I bought a new hand here. Maybe. It might be going because I can't get it threaded in there, see? I don't think so, though. I think she's... Is it going? No. Okay, well, so we may be a negative on clock action too. We may be figuring out why that's not going. I really don't want to take a clockworks apart again, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Okay, so we're going to be diving into this, and guess what? It's the same style thing as like what we just screwed up in that other one, so that's gonna be a grand old time, ain't it? But that's fine. Like I said, I need to calm down here and take my time, because we've got all the time in the world, you know? This ain't a big race. We're not trying to get everything in a day. So I guess the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this loose. We're gonna get the clock wire or clock motor unwired. And then we're going to, like I said, we'll see about ordering those light sockets. I'll probably just order another pair, and that'll take care of that problem. But we're gonna take this clock motor out of here. The Clockworks is not stuck, so that's not the problem here. The next question is, how does it come out of there? Okay, I'm not a math magician here, but I know a square peg won't fit through a round hole. So, is that all it takes? It's like a, there we go. Okay. Calm. So here we are in the clock motor business again. A Synchron clock motor on this one. Check that out. 3 watt. Let's take this loose again. Again, I say, but I mean this time. Let's take it loose this time on this clock. And that's probably a brass screw, which we'll lose. Remember that the wires are coming out of the opposite end of the setting mechanism. All right. Boy, that turns easy. However, it's also coming apart. Why is that? Because I took the motor off the back? Okay, so this is kind of a bad deal here. As in, I'm going to probably screw this up if I don't watch what I'm doing. So, the motor would turn that set of teeth. Oh, no. Boy, I'm a little puzzled at what's going to be holding this sucker together here. Okay, let's quickly, let's very gently set this aside so we don't lose it. Mess it up. Let's make sure that this is running correctly. But something is not right, because that should not, it shouldn't just come right apart like that where the gears don't mesh. It should mesh no matter what. Yeah, see, this ain't running. It is turning, but it is turning. Okay, it's turning. I'll give it that much. I hate to say it, friends, but I think that this clock motor this apparatus is no good. Because it is not acting like clocks should. I'm not happy with that then, and I may be emailing that guy and saying, what the heck, because I think he said that it was working, but how would he know it's working if he didn't ever watch it make time? It's not working because the second hand was missing off the clock. that gear. No, this thing don't work right. No, friends, I think I'm foiled again on this one, because that don't. That thing should be ticking around there just like mad, and it's not. It's not even trying. It's not even trying. Well, that's a sure bummer. I paid a pretty penny for this, and it said it worked. And it does not work. Well, I'd say we're foiled on that piece, and I have to order a new one, but I'm pretty sure I can get these no problem to replace this. I see something spinning in the motor. However, the clockworks part of it is not any good anymore, I don't think, because it don't go. I mean, it don't hold together even. Like, I shouldn't be able to pull this shaft out the center of it, see? That's what I'm getting at. So, not very thrilled on that. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that I can have that piece, like this complete assembly, for the low price of a few $100s, you know? So, yeah. Well, we'll table that, and I'll have to reread that ad if it looks like the seller advertised it as working. He and I are going to have some words on that, but whatever. So, clock motor, light sockets, and I'm going to glue this from the back side, and then I think tomorrow when I go to the, or tomorrow, but whenever I go to the hardware store, I'm going to see about latching onto something type of screw that will fit in there, or maybe some threaded rod, and actually just put it in there and leave it in, because that's getting pretty broke up and I don't want that to deteriorate anymore. But like I said, this is few and far between. Like, this is just having it is step one, because you're not going to find another one easy. So I don't know that this is enough for a video, but that's where it's going to have to be, because I didn't have enough parts. I thought I did. I thought I had everything ordered ahead of time, but turns out I ran into some more snafus. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it, and I will see what I can accomplish, and we will try to make it more better. But I'm still super pumped, because yeah, I didn't know when or if I'd ever find one of these. So there you have it. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it, or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.